Donald Trump at Black Conservative Federation. I'm gonna show a bunch of clips on this in a minute, but I'm gonna be honest. I've never heard of the Black Conservative Federation. This is my first time ever hearing about them. But Trump had a lot to say to him. It was some great things he said. Like for instance, he said he said Black Americans, welcome back to the Republican Party. That was amazing. So I'm gonna play some of these clips and we're gonna talk a little bit about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from the Independent Signal from M. Dowling, and they report that President Trump attended the Black Conservative Federation dinner and gave a speech to a very receptive crowd of African American men and women. He joked with them and left demonized, and the left demonized him for it, calling him a racist, as you might expect. Come on, man. They will not give this up. They will not give this up. But they are getting desperate, thinking they might lose some of their followers. It's funny how they call someone who's not a racist, yet Joe Biden, who supported segregation and a segregationist and constantly makes racist remarks, get a pass, right? Joe Biden cannot help himself, especially now that he's older and he's senile. He has no filter and he just say racist things, and the media says nothing about it. It's hilarious. It's hilarious to me. And this man actually supported a segregationist. He actually supported I think he was like a grand master or grand wizard or something like that of the KKK, and he had wonderful things to say about this man at his funeral. I mean, yet Donald Trump is the so-called racist. They go on to say that Donald Trump supports charter schools in choice in education, and that's especially needed for Black children struggling in bad government schools. And amen to that. He promised them safety. Let's hope he has the opportunity to do that. We know from the last 4 years that Joe Biden will never give them safety. He's pro-criminal and letting more criminals from around the world cross over our borders. Yeah, no joke. Our borders are wide open. So let's get into these clips. Let's get into these clips here.
Well, Biden wants to raise your taxes by $6 trillion. I will make the Trump tax cuts the largest tax cut in history.
Yes.
We'll make it permanent and give you...
Now, me as a small business, I welcome any type of deduction, any type of lower taxes, because they are killing small businesses. It is crazy.
The new economic boom. It's going to be an economic boom. When I was president, we slashed taxes for working families. We doubled the child tax credit, which frankly wasn't a Republican thing to do, but I said we have to do it. I do things that aren't necessarily Republican. You know, I do what's right, and I do things based on common sense. Somebody said, you're a conservative. I said, no, I'm really a person of great common sense. We need borders. We need a strong military. We need good education. We need low interest rates. We want to be able to buy a house. It's really based more on common sense, I think, than any.
And our country has lost all common sense. Our country has lost all common sense. Not pay down our debt, borrow money, to take that money that we borrow and send it to other countries. How does does that make any sense? Is that common sense? Bring back common sense to the White House. That should be his slogan. Let's play this next clip here. He said, every day we are welcoming more Black voters back home to the Republican Party. So let's play this here.
Every day we are welcoming more Black voters back home to the Republican Party. You remember the Party of Lincoln, to help us reclaim the party of Frederick Douglass, party of Abraham Lincoln and other
Amen.
Great people.
I agree. I have to say Frederick Douglass is one of my favorite people. in the world ever, self-taught, and made it all the way to the White House to meet the president, the first black man to walk through the White House, that wasn't like working there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, wasn't the helper stuff. Like, I love Frederick Douglass. He's one of my favorite people in the world. I have Frederick Douglass T-shirts and posters and all types of stuff. That's the man. But anyway, I digress. Let's play this next clip here. Trump at the Black Conservative Federation Gala. He said, "I got indicted," and a lot of black people said that's why the black people like me. And that's true. That is true. And when Trump was going to one of his trials, I can't remember which one it was, he drove down the black neighborhood, and black people was outside of their house, or came outside and was clapping and cheering, and few people had flags outside when he was driving by in the hood. You think Joe Biden would get a reception like that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, let's play this clip here.
And then I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing, but it...
I love how you say black people. The black people. All right. I think this is the last clip. Oh no, we got a couple more clips. One more clip after this one. He said, "Like citizens of all backgrounds, black Americans want to live in safety, and that is what I will deliver as your president." All right, so here we go here.
Like citizens of all backgrounds, black Americans want to live in safety, and that is what I will deliver as your president. You want safety more than anybody else. You want safety. You want to be able to go get a loaf of bread and not be shot.
Amen.
I will bring back the rule of law in America, and your community will be safe. I promise you that as president.
All right, and I think this is the last clip here. Oh no, we got more clips. Wow, I didn't realize we had all these clips. All right, this is Tim Scott. He said, "It's time for us to move to the general election." U.S. Senator Tim Scott. Here we go.
It is time for us to move to the general election, which means tomorrow I'm asking all my friends and supporters to vote for Donald Trump. So we get 4 more years of a president who believes in school choice. So we get 4 more years of a president who believes in tax cuts. We get 4 more years of a president who wants to close our southern border. We get 4 more years of saving American lives from the disaster of fentanyl coming across our southern borders. Mm-hmm. But we also get the privilege of firing Joe Biden and eliminating Bidenomics.
Right?
We also
told y'all.
Get the...
I said I loved it when Biden came up with that name. When Biden came out and said Bidenomics and he put a name to this terrible economy, I was like, well, that was one of the dumbest things he could ever do. Who advised him on that? It's just it's stupid. But maybe they really did think the economy was doing great. I don't know. I don't know who advised them on that. But here we go. I'm gonna continue with this.
Privilege here in South Carolina tomorrow of making the decision to send the message to America that restoring the American dream starts with South Carolina's Republican primary, where we decide Donald J. Trump is our next president and our nominee. God bless the United States of America.
Amen. And so, you know, people are voting right now in South Carolina. Here's another clip.
Community, I will fight for universal school choice so that every parent has the power to send their child to the private, public, charter, or religious school that is best for their child. Yep. I will get politics out of our classroom and focus our schools on the skills of our children.
That's right, because remember, I think it was in California, somewhere in California, maybe San Francisco, Los Angeles, I can't remember. They got rid of math. They got rid of algebra. They got rid of math in school. But I think they brought it back from the last that I understand. But it went away for a few years. Like what is going on in our schools when this is happening? No wonder no one wants their children in public schools, and no wonder they want to get rid of school choice, because that's the only way you would go to these crappy schools. Because if they know if you actually had a choice, people would flee these crappy public schools.
We want them to be able to graduate from school and succeed and get a great, great job. There are jobs that they're well suited to, but they don't teach that in those particular schools. I think that vocational schools are really lacking in this country. You have people, and they can make more money. They can make more money that way than they're going to make by sitting in some cubicle doing numbers, which they might not be good at, but they may be really great at the other kinds of skills. And I will keep men out of women's sports, if that's okay with you.
Amen. Amen. That's right. It's choice. Vocational schools. I mean, South Park did a whole episode on people not knowing how to vote, not having so many people in the trades, and they having to hire fix-it men and maintenance men and stuff like that, and they end up paying. They became like the rich people because they were the only ones that knew how to produce and to fix things. And it was a really funny episode. And that's what's happening. We really don't have people in the trades. And they make a lot of good money. I mean, plumbers make good money. Electricians make good money. And then you don't have to worry about paying off your college loans and stuff. So yeah, I don't know why schools aren't pushing that more. Well, I know why schools aren't pushing that more, because they want you to be poor. They don't want you to be able to be self-sufficient. They want you to be reliant on government. So if you're independent and you have your own plumbing business, you won't be dependent on government, and that's not what they want. But I think this is the last one here. Last one here, President Trump spoke at Black Conservative Federation Gala last night, and he killed it. All right, so let's play this clip here from Fox News.
Looks like there's a mass support around black voters going to Donald Trump. Why is that?
The black community wants a leader who has the energy to actually go to bat for the issues that they want to fight for. And we see that in Donald Trump. We don't necessarily see that from Joe Biden. President Donald Trump is visible. He's taking challenging questions, and the people feel like if he's reelected, that he'll have the energy, he'll have the charisma to get up and go and fight for the issues.
What do you think is going to be the number one issue that would drive black folks to the polls?
Well, it has to be the economy. I think everyone is suffering right now.
Economy. You can't
Economy.
what happened at the grocery store.
We have a lot of people in the room today from Chicago. We have people from New York, and we have also have people that are in Texas, from where you're from, that are tired of what we're seeing with the migrant issue.
Joe Biden's policies are putting illegal immigrants ahead of the urban voters, of the black community here.
So it looks like there's a shift amongst black folks, and it looks like more and more are going to the Republican Party. Why now?
You know, I think the Biden administration has really, in the last 4 years, I was just having a conversation at the table. It's like the whole house is in shambles.
I think most black people are trying to look for something different. A lot of us are waking up, especially black men. We're waking up.
It's King Randall.
The Democrat Party has been doing to us for so many years. You can see what Biden is.
That last guy was King Randall. I like that brother. He's the one that opened up that school. And Dr. Omar Johnson, he been talking about opening school for 20 years. He ain't put a doorknob on the daggone door yet. And yet this young brother went and started his own school and helping out black people. That's what I'm talking about. He's showing that he don't need to get all this money from take 20 years to build a school. I really like King Randall.
Doing right now, making promises, but in reality, nothing is changing. We've been hearing hope and change for a long time now, and there hasn't been a real hope and change at the ground level.
President Trump is the only person that can get the job done.
He's in the communities. He's actually putting forth an effort to capture the black vote. He's putting forth the effort to fight for the issues that we've been pushing for decades.
Black people just need to come and realize that the Republican Party is not the enemy. and really just pay attention to what's going on, the pure facts of what's going on right now with this administration. It is time to really just open your eyes, and the Republican Party is not the enemy. It's good on this side of the fence.
All right, I like that. I'm gonna see if I can go to that conference one. Maybe next year I can try to make it to that conference. But that is amazing. I love that black people are speaking up. They're speaking out. They're speaking truth to power, and they telling other black people, hey, leave that Democratic plantation, because them folk don't care nothing about you. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.